Allegedly, reportedly, what they found was that while he did the surgery, on some level he had punctured the intestines of Spice.
Ram Nation, family Wagwan. So yes, my peeps. Me there back with another shocking update on dancehall entertainer Spice. So yes, my peeps. Raga Shanti did a live on his YouTube channel and was giving us the 411 on the situation which is ongoing with Spice. Yes, my peeps. So we are here that dancehall entertainer Spice intestine was punctured during the whole process and things same way. So firstly, it is all alleged that dancehall entertainer Spice contacted a regular doctor in Dominican Republic to do the surgery, wherein she was advised by a doctor that it is not wise for her to go under the knife again. So she made contact with a lady, her name started with him. I don't want to call her name because I don't want to get sued. However, Link make contact, make and thing go on and them sort out and went to Dominican Republic, where she conducted the surgery. And the most shocking part, my peeps, is we are here that the doctor only did surgery on 2 patients before. So Spice make the surgeon 3rd patient, allegedly, my peeps. Allegedly. So after surgery go on and thing, the surgeon maybe did that tell Spice if he stay in the recovery area. Wherein, dancehall entertainer Spice is a public figure and she go want her privacy and things. Same way. So it is alleged that they rented a Airbnb and they went there to recover. Right? When she was there, she started developing complications and they had to rush her immediately back to the hospital, where they found out that one of her intestines was punctured during the whole surgery process. And things same, and if she not go back under the surgery immediately, things could have get worse with her and things. Same way. So Raga Shanti, I go give her the 411 and the situation which occurred with Spice, my peeps. So if you're new to the Rhyme Nation channel, maybe gonna subscribe to the channel, like up the video, share the video, my peeps, and you don't know, say stick and stay for the latest on the Spice situation. So we're gonna make you listen Raga Shanti and things same way. So I'm gonna listen for yourself.
So Spice had she had already done it several times, and she wanted to go back and do it this time. But apparently, Spice is getting older, and just like anybody else, and the body responds in a certain way. The metabolism slows down and things like that and whatever. I don't know what her diet is like. I don't know what she likes to eat and what what type of food she likes to eat and whatever. But as you get older, changes occur in your body, and at times it becomes a little bit difficult, for us to maintain certain things. Particularly so if you're not exercising. I won't get into that part, what was said to me about Spice's approach to exercising and her diet. I won't get into that part. A lot of that is being said out there, so only we hear it from other people. Me not getting that. Because my objective is not to judge Spice, because I'm not going to see where I get to when we don't talk. So me not getting that part. But just by way for understand what I go on, Spice reportedly, allegedly, wanted to do it to get a liposuction for flatten her stomach again. Allegedly, reportedly, doctors who are skilled at these things, the surgeons who do cosmetic surgery, plastic surgery, allegedly, reportedly, had informed Spice that it's not a good idea. They can't do it because of certain things about her body and her state, and perhaps the fact that she had done it several times, and what may occur, and certain difficulties associated with it. Supposedly, allegedly, reportedly, Spice had gone to different states, different states here in the U.S., consulting different surgeons, asking them to do it, and allegedly, reportedly, none would acquiesce. None wanted to do it because of apparently, in order to do this, your body has to be in a certain state before it can even be attempted. It's a procedure, remember, it's a procedure that is, well, if you're doing the liposuction, it is invasive. That means the surgeon is going inside of you and removing tissues from your body, fat tissue from your body. That is serious stuff, people. And they know what they're doing, but apparently the body, there is a minimal state that the body has to be in for a skilled surgeon to say, okay, we can do it with you. And if the body is not in that minimal state in terms of health, and what I was informed in terms of obesity and so forth, and remember the word obese is used loosely here because it means if you're fat. There's certain state that they recommend you get your body in first before them can do the surgery. And that usually takes time. And it usually takes a certain amount of commitment and work to get your body to that state before it can be done. And supposedly, some of this was communicated to Spice. And, saying that such and such have to happen first before them can do so and so. Allegedly, reportedly, Spice still wanted to go ahead and do it. She's an international star. She's an international dancehall star, and she's on Love and Hip Hop and all these things, and there's all kinds of pressures associated with that, and she knew what she wanted. So after not finding someone who can do it, somehow a link make with a certain woman whose name supposedly starts with M. I won't say her name, what her name is. But M told Spice that she reportedly, allegedly, that she knows somebody who can do it. Cut long story short, the link make, the contact make, and that person who Spice was informed could do it. People, there's some other things, I'm not going into the other thing, them, whatever. Because even when I go in, people are going to beat me about it and say, well, you shouldn't do whatever. So we just like you the bare bones. So when them link the person now, and the person that do the surgery, like plan was made and thing, and supposedly, allegedly, it was in the Dominican Republic, and they went down into the Dominican Republic, and the surgeon do it. Allegedly, reportedly, after the surgery is completing, you have to go to some sort of like a recovery room, or you're required to stay there, and in a recovery, post-surgery type of thing. So in a recovery room where there are certain protocols and procedures that must be implemented there in order to ensure that the recipient of the surgery is in the state that they should be, right? And apparently this is standard protocol. Like once you do your surgery, you can't just get up and leave. Like this is a standard thing with the surgeons. You have to be there to do whatever for them to do the post-surgery part of the whole process. Supposedly, allegedly, Spice never stay in the recovery place where I guess the surgeon dictated, or I don't know, the hospital or the location or whatever. And apparently some sort of Airbnb was rented for them and things. So Spice, and we understand that. She not go on their own, regular people. Privacy is important. The more you become known and them something. So, she had her own space, and apparently she went back to her Airbnb. And then while at her Airbnb, she started not feeling well, and that just got worse, got real bad, real bad, where she had to be rushed to the hospital, and allegedly, reportedly, after she was rushed to the hospital, she was in a terrible state, and supposedly she was, experiencing multiple seizures, and it was determined that this is quite serious, and that if the appropriate intervention is not exercised, that she could well have passed, right? That is what supposedly the medical professionals determined. Allegedly, reportedly, the surgeon who did Spice thing, like Spice was a third person he has ever done. Again, these are the reports, So clearly the surgeon is not experienced if Spice is only the third person he has ever done. And allegedly, reportedly, what they found was that while he did the surgery, on some level he had punctured the intestines of Spice. The intestines, people, as you know, it carries waste matter. It's almost the intestine is where you eventually pass out. And we keep it real. It's where you eventually do out, right? And that form of excretion is relieving the body of toxic matter that, were it to stay in the body, that will, result in that person being sick and eventually, and can eventually pass away. So that is why the body excretes, through, a urinal mechanism, peeing, or through, excreting fecal matter, feces. So apparently the surgeon reported they never know what him do. And must go punch one of Spice. Not one, well, I don't even know if it's a one, but punch our intestine, because the intestine, maybe just one intestine that is just long, right? But I don't know. I'm not a medical doctor. And that resulted in the matter seeping out into her. And people, again, I am not a plastic surgeon, a cosmetic surgeon, but when we hear that, you just notice that some sort of shock occurred with the body, because then that would have gone out there now and gonna impact the rest of our organs, the rest of our body, our bloodstream and thing and whatever. And I cannot, if I saw it really go, I cannot imagine, how crazy, that was, and how much pain she must have been in and all these things and whatever. So reportedly, that's what happened. And regarding the heart attack part, no, and this is where some people got it wrong, including many of you are quoting the well-known celebrity who said that. and thing. But apparently the doctors, while treating her, had to induce a coma in order to be able to do what they need to do, because she was experiencing multiple seizures and it was worsening. So allegedly there was an induction of the coma. It's not like she slipped into coma from what was impacting her, and it's not that she had a heart attack, as was widely reported. It was during the treatment that the treatment necessitated the I say induction, the inducement of the coma in order to treat her, and you can imagine that that there is some sort of cleansing process, some delicate and meticulous cleansing process had to have been initiated there, and one that had to be done with great care so as not to exacerbate the problem that was already there. And there had to have been a time dimension where they had so much time, just so much time to do, a certain amount of rehabilitative work to get her into a state where, she could start healing and forward. So as many you see that a post was made on social media from her and whatever. Of course, the huge debate is there, like whether she do it or not. The reports are that she gained some consciousness, apparently 2 mornings ago or so. She gained some consciousness, and that there are plans to get her out of the Dominican Republic and to bring her someplace else where she can be better treated. But again, reports are, allegedly, reportedly, she's not yet in a state, that a state for traveling yet. Reportedly, allegedly. People, I'm not saying that what I've just detailed is so it go exactly. With these things, again, we live in a day and age where everything add and subtract in real time rapidly. A microsecond is a long time. So I'm sure some parts, can be amended in order to, achieve further accuracy and validity in terms of what actually occurred and thing. But those are the general parts. And again, there are a bunch of other stuff that supposedly happened with spies and whatever, with a lot of judgment going around with that. I am not going to comment on those value-laden parts. I'm just trying to give you what are allegedly the bare minimum facts about what occurred. That's all I'm sharing with you.